I moved to London when I was 19 years old. I was lonely and in an abusive relationship. I never used to drink, but alcohol soon became my best friend. It helped to numb my feelings, as I was used too often as a punch bag. When I became pregnant with my son, I felt a glimmer of hope. I stopped drinking and started taking care of myself. I was so excited at the prospect of becoming a mum, but this was soon washed away when my son developed epilepsy. I was so lonely and felt unable to cope, and I found myself drinking and smoking cannabis most nights, as it was the only way I knew to switch off. All the time, I thought I could control my drinking. I kept telling myself, when I start looking like them, sitting on a park bench with my bottle, then I will give it up. At the time, I didn't notice my drinking increasing, but I was soon consuming a litre of vodka a day. Every morning I would wake up with the shakes, and I swore that was it, enough was enough, and I was going to stop. But as the withdrawal took hold of me, I would have just a few to ease the symptoms, but I always finished the bottle. I was so tired and depressed. Alcohol was now not only my best friend, but also my enemy. Amidst my spiral of despair, I moved to the Wirral in an attempt to start afresh. I didn't realise how poorly he was, and my son's health began to really deteriorate. At first, I tried to keep going, paying little attention to the fact that he was so poorly. I just kept thinking he would get better. The last 8 months, he just got worse, and as his health deteriorated, so did mine. My son passed away in September 2015, and I decided enough was enough and sought the help of the local drug and alcohol service. At first, I didn't take things seriously, but after a few months, something clicked. I had managed to stop drinking. For once, I felt alive and able to cope. I could finally function. After completing the recovery work, I began to panic, wondering, what will I do next? Petrified, I was going to fail. Once again, I felt alone, anxious, and disconnected from society. Then someone told me about Spider Project. I was curious and nervous, going to try something different, but as soon as I entered the building, I was welcomed warmly. The place felt so alive and full of positivity. I've become part of a community that has shown me what I can achieve and helped me to understand how being part of something is key to my recovery and maintaining my mental health. Spider Project felt totally different. They worked with me and not with the label people had given me. A few months ago, I started volunteering at Spider. Giving back and helping others has been so empowering and uplifting for my own well-being. I have completed mental health courses, food hygiene certificates and cookery courses, you name it. I'm even the captain of the blooming women's football team now. Is there nothing I can't do? Last month, I applied for a part-time position in the project. I bet you think I'm going to say I got the job and sailed off into the sunset. Wrong. I wasn't successful, but you know what? That's okay, because I've learned that it didn't really matter. Sitting in the interview, discussing my life skills and attributes, I realised the success was actually sitting in the interview. It really made me see just how far I'd actually come. And also, being able to deal with a knockback is all part of the journey, my journey. And everyone's journey is their own journey. The only thing we can all honestly say is with a little support and a lot of desire, we can all move on up.